Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Got some good viewer feedback here from Peter Thomas, and that was on my video of the Canon 80D versus the Nikon D500, which I know was a little bit controversial in the sense that some people thought I shouldn't be comparing them because they're not the same spot on the hierarchy of cameras, probably both price-wise and tech-wise. But, I thought it was valid simply because a lot of people are looking at both these cameras as options, like people often aren't stuck in a certain price point. If they really want something, they'll move up another price point. So I thought it was a good thing to discuss. And Peter makes a good point here. Peter Thomas says the Nikon is aimed at wildlife sports shooters, but in my opinion, the 80D can still be used for those things, and it's a damn sight cheaper. Now, that's a very good point, because if you're looking at it from a budget perspective and what you're getting for your money, the D500 is going to be overkill for a lot of people that aren't pros or don't have the specific requirements that it hits. Either 4K video or the faster focus and faster shooting ability. Those things, if you don't really need the difference, the improvements in the D500 over what the 80D offers, then the D500 is going to be overkill for you. Terry M45 replies to Peter and says, yeah, but 7 frames per second compared to 10 frames per second. For me, that is overkill, because it's very rare I'm shooting stuff where that's going to make a difference. If you're a sports shooter, that might make all the difference in the world. Conversely, if you're a wildlife shooter and a bird's moving through the air, that might make all the difference in the world. Terry goes on to say 20 to 25 raw buffer compared to 200, limited by heat restrictions, not size, ? Twice the resolution on bigger LCD. You get what you pay for, but should only pay for what you need. They are both great cameras. The 80D is more like the D7200 with smells and bells. So, again, Terry's kind of saying the same thing in the sense of, yeah, there's more performance in the D500, but for a lot of people, they're just not going to need it. So the 80D is a better value. And I would go on to say, and Peter came back actually to Terry right here and says the D500 is fantastic, but probably overkill unless you're a pro, which is basically what we're all saying here. And Terry said some, yes, like no scene modes and shooting raw. Some tools are just better for some jobs than others. Some people can get great results with any camera. In a very competitive business, I need all the help I can get. We're very lucky we have this competition of brands that give us such great choices. What works for you, and that's good. And that's a great way to put it from Terry there, is that you need to figure out what works for you and then buy accordingly. Some people may need the D500, others will be better suited with the 80D. If you're heavily into sports and fast-moving subjects, maybe wildlife, the D500 might be better for you. If you're doing something where you're a one-man show and doing a lot of video, you don't need 4K, but the dual pixel AF is very important because it allows you to let the camera control the autofocus while you're behind the camera and in front of the camera. Then the 80D is probably the perfect choice for you because the D500 does not offer that. As far as, you get a little more megapixels out of the 80D. Probably in real world terms, you're not going to notice a lot, but ultimately it's better resolution. So, and then let's not ignore the elephant in the room, the price tag. Almost twice the price. So, good points here from Peter and Terry. And basically, horses for courses. Spend what you need to spend to get what's going to meet your needs. If the 80D meets your needs, then the additional money on the D500 is going to be a waste for you. It'd be better on glass. If your shooting requirements are such that you need what the D500 has to offer over the 80D, faster frames per second, better RAW buffer, 4K video, then you should spend the extra money because that's what your needs are. So, what do you guys think? What are your needs? Are you an 80D kind of guy or are you a D500 kind of guy? Let me know in the comments below. Let's discuss it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your feedback, Peter. Thanks for your feedback, Terry. And we'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.